match in there? I can
Okay,
get
I'm
both of
good.
them in there.
Here we are at Untouchables Game Shop in Mississauga, Toronto, and we have Kenneth's first place Toronto deck.
Hi YouTubers, I'm with the Toronto KMC loser. Second place.
You got me.
Anyway, great game. I'm here to deck profile or do a deck profile on my deck because I'm a loser like that. And I call this well, whatever. It's a Cyber Lord Rush just like any other deck. But this is a little bit different because I chose to run cards that do not have dual colors, such as Piercing Judgment that people really likes. I really hate running into turn 2, play a mana tap, and then you can't do any of these drops.
Yeah,
anyway,
the mana's screwed.
Yeah, mana.
Yeah.
Well, not really mana screwed in Magic term.
Yeah.
Anyway, let me start the profile. First we have the 1-drop Cyber Sprite. Obviously, it's a Cyber Lord 1-drop. It's really good. It's really good even in late game because let's say if you have 6 mana and you only need 1 shot to go to, you go drop this down, and then drop evolve into Dundrite, just enough to kill your opponent.
Bounce it and
shenanigans, yada yada yada. But sometimes that 1-drop really helps.
Evil Fury with a vengeance.
Yeah, exactly. Next, we have all the most of the 2-drop Cyber Lord, minus Cyber Bandit.
The new card from the new set.
Exactly. This one acts as a Cyber Bandit because I never activated its ability, so it might as well be Cyber Bandit. Anyway, Scamp, self-explanatory. It's really good against control. It's really good against the stack that is really popular right now. It's really good against a lot of decks. Oh my god, I've seen one deck one time that I just searched out like 2 Cyber Scam on like one go because my opponent didn't care and I get owned by Cyber Scam. Cyber Trader, same idea. Cyber Trader is really good. Get you that +1 and then discard a card that you really don't need. And I have this guy. This is Shield Wings. Shield Wings is a 2-drop enforcer, which usually does nothing. I usually put in mana, but in an occasional case, when I draw into Binder Beetle Prime that I attack in, this becomes really awesome. Moving on to 3-drops, Cyber Neuron, MVP I think. Aquastination, when you attack, draw you a card really good in Temple. So is Cyber Neuron, draws you that +1. If you actually drop this on turn 3, you would not expect your opponent to kill it by turn 5 with 6. By that time, you already plus so much of this that it's okay for it to die.
Yeah.
Same with Aquastination. If you start attacking with this guy while you have the lockdown on, this gives you so much draw power that it really lacks in a normal aggro rush deck. Very fantastic for my deck.
And you chose 2 copies of Finbar?
And I chose 2 copies of Finbar, but I'll move on to this later.
Okay.
Next, Keepers of Law. Oh my god.
Yeah, that card
can't be targeted. There's nothing to stop it other than right now, Stormstark Blast. It's out of range of the red
Absolute Incineration.
Absolute Incineration.
Yeah, it's really hard to get around. Yeah.
That's really good. In
Absolute
this.
Darkness is the only really huge thing.
Well, that's 10-drop and
9
or 9-drop that whatever. Very good on a lot of cases.
Yeah.
Same thing with Skim. I've seen people letting me draw like 4 extra cards on this, and I just go, oh, you die.
Yeah, in our game, like Scamp Loss combo is just like both on board is just hard to
Moving on, this is my friend's card. This is my favorite card of the set. A 4-mana, what I would like to call Frost Titan, is ridiculous in a card game that requires that in a meta that has a lot of big fat creatures. For example, right now there's a lot of dragons going on. There's a lot of stacks going on, like such as that. When you are able to go turn 4 or turn 6, they drop down Lyra. You go Psychic Berserker, lock down your Lyra, have fun. Also, whenever you attack, you lock it down to making this a perfect tempo card for my deck. It's also a 4-drop that I need. And I decide to choose to play 2 copies of Axon. Axon?
Yeah, Axon is good.
Axon is pretty good.
Double breaker?
Sure. It's a double breaker. It's an evolution. It's 6k. It's really beefy. In against aggro match, there is nothing you can kill it with other than 6-drop Hive Queen, I believe. Not even the 5,500 Sacred Sword Horn can kill this, or
Yeah, he's 5,500.
And moving on to the 5-drop, again, really good. It's a double breaker. Get rid, like, it's just 1 turn early than that Dundrite that you can kill for game. Anyway, moving on to the 5-drop, it's mainly evolution. By the time you're on turn 5, you're setting up for your late game per se. Turn 5, you have Dundrite. Dundrite allows you to bounce a dude and immediately attack for 2 shield. It's very, very good in a lot of my cases. I won a lot of games with this. Blinded Beetle Prime, the same thing, but because I only run 3 Enforcer, I can only run maximum 1 copy of 1 Blinded Beetle Prime.
So it's a splash in the deck. The pun is intended also.
Anyway.
Okay.
Anyway.
So for Shield Blast, you only have 5.
Shield Blast, yes, I only have 5.
Yeah, it's good.
This is important. This is very important.
Helios Rings, blockers.
I have people saying, instead of that, why don't you run Piercing Judgment? I've already told you at the beginning of the video that in order for this deck to work, you cannot have any dual color mana. Let's say if you go turn 3, I'm expecting a mana into Neuron. I really need to draw into any of this spell to get that mana out to push in for the plus.
Yeah.
But if you draw into...
it's okay.
Nice. If you draw into Piercing Judgment, and because of that, you're not allowed to get the +1, you'll feel really, really sad and bad. At the same time, that's why I do not play Old Sworn Call.
Old Sworn Call.
Yeah.
The color combination doesn't really work well.
Same idea. I don't have green anyway. Why would I play this? Yada yada yada. Storm Spark is really good because yada yada yada. And then Finbar. Finbar I only run 2 copies, mainly because by the time I hit 6, I have 2 other ways to win the game. With all the draw spell on the field, I have the selection of going 2 drops into evolve of an Exile.
So like 2/4, 2/3, 1/2, 1/5. Yeah. So the combination it works.
Exactly. So you don't actually need a lot of late game drops per se.
Yeah, but the Finbar just like it.
Finbar wins game against control by itself. Because even if they go absolute incineration, like after Finbar comes out, yeah, sure, this dies, but you already have 6 extra cards while they have no shield. It makes them QQ a lot.
And with you could bounce an Andromeda and then just start swinging at shields with all your double breakers.
Exactly. But usually by turn 8, turn 9, the possibility of you winning the game start to drop. You really want to win once you drop Finbar, or maybe go into the next turn and win the game. So you want to stop at 6. You don't want to go anymore. So this is my deck. I call it Euphoria's Temple.
Euphoria's?
Euphoria's Temple, I think.
Okay.
Because Euphoria is the god of blue-white in the Magic Born of the Gods set.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, yeah, so this is my deck profile. I'm Kenneth, and...
This is your first place champion in Toronto.